Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I had a little unplanned He-Man marathon. I basically bought a bunch of Origins figures after not buying anything over the Christmas sort of period because I didn't want to do a postage, and it just put me in the mood. So I just decided to marathon through all 130 episodes of the original He-Man series. And it holds up a lot better than I remember. Now, I first watched it when I was a kid. I saw a few episodes, but I didn't really remember any of them. I remembered I loved the show, but I can't remember what episodes I saw or anything about it. Later I saw some of the videos, because there were videos released around 84, 85 that sort of stayed video stores forever, and one had the creeping Sarlacc or whatever it was. I remember that episode. And that's about it. And it wasn't until about 2005 that they started releasing the shows on DVD. It started off in America with, I think, BCI. They did half-season volumes, which had really interesting artwork and cards and lots of special features. They did a really good job of it. And it wasn't really until I watched them that I sort of, really got to see all the episodes and appreciate the show, because it was much better than I remembered. Now, the show started in September 1983 and ran until December 1983, first season, 65 episodes. Because they did it daily, it was like a daily after-school sort of show. They ran through those 65 episodes pretty quickly. I thought it would have spread over a lot longer period, and it did incredibly well. They launched it with, I think they edited 3 or 4 episodes together as like a little movie from the first season, episodes from the first season, and that actually got like a premiere where they shut down, the street, and they had performers and everything, and they made a big deal out of it, and a lot of kids saw that, and they made little special segments that went in between the episodes of the Sorceress explaining the episodes and connecting them. The first episode was Diamond Ray of Disappearance, which actually aired in the UK first, September 5. It didn't air in the US until, I think, September 26. So I don't know why the UK got it first, but they did. It was in syndication, first run syndication, but I think pretty much every network had it because of the toys. And went into syndication again. stayed in syndication through 1988 after it was bought by... Oh my God, who bought it? I thought I wrote that down. It was bought by a USA network. I just got that confused with it airing in the US. So the USA network bought it, and then it basically ran until 1990, which was about when the New Adventures of He-Man aired, which I don't think I'm going to watch it, because I've watched She-Ra as well, just marathon through all She-Ra episodes, and I'm about to do the 2002 series, which I hadn't seen all of those anyway. They were on TV Saturday mornings. I saw a few episodes, had a lot on video back in the day. Bought the DVDs like years ago, still haven't watched them, so this will be the first time I get to watch them with, in continuity and watch the whole 39, 40 episodes. So looking forward to that. Now, this show really doesn't get the credit it deserves. It was written by the likes of J. Michael Straczynski, I'm not sure how you say his name, Paul Dini, Brian Stevens, Larry Dito or Zito? Basically people who went on to do other things, and they really dealt with a lot of interesting topics and controversial topics like book banning and slavery and fascism, and each episode, because there was this big, because the toys were sort of seen to be related to Conan, there was this immediate uproar against the show because people thought it was going to be like some sort of Conan the Barbarian series. So they had to make sure He-Man was incredibly peaceful, and they put a moral on the end of every episode. And the criticisms for the show were mainly that it was just a commercial, and it may have been financed as a commercial for the toy company. The people they gave it to, who made sure they had the rights of creative control, which was Filmation and Lou Scheimer, he made sure he had creative control to make sure the show itself had integrity and was a great show. So they didn't always use the characters, and the characters didn't always look exactly like the toys. They did what they wanted. They had creative control. They weren't just the network saying, put this toy and make them do this. It wasn't like that. And that's one of the criticisms it gets. The other criticism, one of the comments it gets, is a lot of homoeroticism in the show, which I do believe is there. I think the show itself it's a rainbow show, and that's just very prevalent in the producing, the writing, the voice actors. They had female producers and directors. They had gay and lesbian people working there. It was the gayest studio in town, which is a great thing because it just was. It made the shows even better. That's probably why it's one of the best shows from the 80s. Now, the DVD releases. Like I said, BCI did them in 2005, 2006. They did in 4 volume sets. And Mad Men did them in Australia. And the first ones we got were The Best of He-Man and The Best of She-Ra. Fortunately, The Best of She-Ra, the first 5 episodes, they've just got, instead of 10 episodes, this is 10 episodes from season 1 and season 2, 5 from each. This one is The Secret of the Sword, which is the first 5 episodes, and then 5 episodes from season 7. Season 2, what they probably should have done was do a proper best of and do The Secret of the Sword separately. And then we also got a Christmas special. Now, unfortunately, a lot of these, well, fortunately or unfortunately, they were done in these really big, fat volumes. And they had this really nice artwork. They were fold out. Now, I didn't, originally I displayed them with pride, like most people, which was sort of the point of a lot of these box sets. But they took up an incredible amount of space. And what I ended up doing myself was what I call skinning them. I just basically pulled off all the DVD trays, put the DVDs in, space-saving, DVD holding folders, and I just folded up all of the DVDs. So now I just have a stack of them like that, which take up about a bit more than 1. So I've got season 1, 1 and 2, season 2, 1 and 2. Then you've got She-Ra season 1, volume 1 and 2. You got season 2, there's only 1 volume, and the Christmas special, which basically the covers, which were boxes, I just literally took them apart, cut off the covers, and pulled the card off the back, so it's just the enamel front illustration, and those are in folios, along with all the other DVD sleeves that that's just how I had to save space, because I had like 4 bookshelves full of DVDs at one point, and I just had to, and they were combined in different, like 6 movies in one box set and stuff like that, to save space, and that still was too much. So now I just have like a whole stack of DVD holders. But one of the things that came with them that everyone was excited about was cards. They had art cards, and they had I think 2 per volume, and I've got all of them from He-Man and She-Ra, and they also did them for the New Adventures of He-Man and the 2002 series. So they obviously didn't continue doing them when they re-released the show, because the show did get re-released as box sets, like complete box sets of the whole season, the whole series, and each season you got He-Man and She-Ra in one box set. Some companies did just, He-Man one box set, She-Ra one box set. Other ones did both, and they came from Universal and who was the other one? Classic Media. They both did. They've had lots of different releases, and depending on what countries, Mad Men has been covering it in here. I think now Universal has done the complete sets, which we just got in 2019. And I'm now confused if we've got a complete She-Ra and He-Man set, if we still have the 2 separate complete She-Ra and complete He-Man, but still 2 separate sets. I've forgotten, because the American ones, I was just going through over all of them. And I just wanted to talk about it because I love the show. And it was just great to get all the DVDs, and like the artwork is beautiful. You can just look at these and just kind of get lost in the images. Like, that's why I kept them. I could have just thrown them out space-wise, but I sort of made them into little fold-out art cards almost. But why did the show fail? Why did the show eventually end? Why did the cartoon, why did the toys fail? There's a lot of speculation. When you watch the shows, especially when you watch them in mass like this, you get a sense of the quality and the adventure and the pace. And you do get a sense of a shift between season 1 and season 2, going from magic in He-Man to more science-based stories. And I think that took some of the fun out of it. The magic, just everything was just sold with, let's just, cast a spell and create a solution. And it was a bit of an easy way out of a lot of stories, but it's magic, so it's okay. When they got into science, it got a little bit less fun, but not a huge difference. And also part of the issue was a lot of the toys that were being put out weren't actually featuring in the show. So even though it was supposed to be a toy commercial, they didn't actually feature everything. And then there were issues with the toy line, which is a whole other issue, which I'm not going to go into because I'm already up to 10 minutes talking about this. I didn't think I'd get to 10 minutes. I thought this was going to be a 5-minute video. But I love the show. It holds up. There are a lot of really deep episodes. A lot of the moral parts I really think are valuable, even though they come off as quite lame at times. I think they made a difference with parents. I know my mum respected them and appreciated the show and what it tried to do. And I'm just glad it's available on DVD. I'm glad I can watch it whenever I want. And it's going to be released in Blu-ray soon. And I would love to do like a review of all the episodes, but 130, I can't even touch on individual episodes. I just want to talk about the series and the DVD releases. And before I forget, they eventually did Filmation style toys. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.